Today we will discuss a very basic concept of electronics. Okay. The topic is voltage division rule and current division rule. First, for that one, we need to know what is series, what is parallel. Okay. Suppose you have a resistance R1, right? And we all know that the current through this resistance is V by R, where V is the potential difference at 2 point, right? That means suppose this point is V1, this point is V2, then we can write down V is equal to V1 minus V2, right? And as for Ohm's law, the current I will be V1 minus V2 divided by R1, okay? And you can see here the current will always flow from higher voltage to the lower voltage. That means here we think that V1 is greater than V2. That's why the direction of current is from V1 to V2. Okay. So this is very basic of electronics. It's just the Ohm's law. Okay. Now we need to know about the series and parallel, right? Suppose you have a resistance R1 and resistance R2. Okay. If we need to connect this into the series, then what we need to do? We just need to connect like this. This will be the R1. Okay. This is the terminal 1 of the R1 and terminal 2 of the R2. Okay. This terminal 2 of the R1 will connect with the terminal 1 of the R2. Okay. Or in the other way, we can say that the two resistance will be connected in the series when the same current will be flow through the R1 and R2. Okay. Like if I current will flow from R1, then I current should flow with the R2 also. Okay. So there is a two condition for the series. First, same current need to flow. Okay. And the second one will be end of the one resistance, end of R1 should be start of R2. Okay. Then we can call this is a series, right? That means from here we can conclude that when two resistors connected in the series formation, then the current flow in those resistors will be exactly same, right? So we can say that this is the series connection, right? Here this is the terminal 1 of R1, terminal 2 of R1, okay? And this point is the terminal 1 of R2 and this is the terminal 2 of R2, okay? So we can call here R1 and R2 is connected in a series formation, okay? And the current flow through R1 and current flow through R2 will be the same. That's why we call it a series, right? Now, what is parallel? There is two condition for parallel also. What is those condition? First condition is the voltage across those resistance should be same. Okay, so this is the first condition. Just like in series, the current should be same. Okay, for series, current should be same. Okay, for parallel, voltage should be same. Okay, this is the first condition. Second condition will be, suppose this is the R1 and this is the terminal 1 of the R1, terminal 2 of the R1, okay? And this is R2, where this is terminal 1, this is the terminal 2, okay? Then the terminal 1 of resistance R1 and terminal resistance R2 should be in the same node, okay? That means the starting point of both the resistance should be a same node, okay? And the end terminal of those resistance also should be connected in a same node, okay? Then we can call this one as a parallel connection, okay? So now go to the next one. So we can call this combination as a parallel, right? That means the voltage across R2 will be the voltage across R1, okay? But if the current is I flows from here, then current will divide it. So here I1 and here will be I2. Okay, I1 is not equal to I2, and the value of I1 is depend upon the magnitude of the resistance, right? So for series, if I write down the difference, we can write down for series current is same. For parallel, voltage is same. Okay, for series, voltage is different and it depend on resistance value. Okay, for parallel, current is different and it depend on resistance value. Okay, so I think you already understand the basics of series and parallel. Okay, now you can see here for the series connection current is same, right? And the for the parallel voltage is same, right? So for the series you can see voltage is different, right? That means voltage will divide it in two resistance, right? Now we need to know how that voltage will divide, right? How we will calculate that one. From here, the voltage division rule comes in the picture, okay? So now we need to know about the voltage division rule. Voltage division rule is applicable for the series resistance, okay? From here, we can see that the equivalent resistance R equivalent in this particular circuit is how much? R1 plus R2. Why? R1 and R2 is in the series, right? And we assume that I current is flow through R1 and R2, okay? If I current will flow, then we will see a voltage drop across the R1, which one we call it a VR1, and also in the R2 we can call it a VR2. Okay, so I will be V divided by R equivalent. We can write down V by R1 plus R2. Okay, then what will be the value of VR1? VR1 is the voltage drop across R1 resistance, right? And the voltage drop will be multiplication of the current and resistance, right? So we can write down I into R1. So R1 divided by R1 plus R2 multiplied by V. Okay, this is VR1. And what will be the VR2? VR2 will be I multiplied by R2. That will be R2 divided by R1 plus R2 multiplied by V. Okay, this is VR2. Okay, so now you can understand in the series connection, current is same through R1 and R2, but voltage is different, right? Here you can see for the R1 resistance in the numerator, R1 is there. For the R2 resistance in numerator, R2 is there, right? Other is the same, you can see V by R1 plus R2, right? That means the value of VR2 and VR1 is completely depend upon those R1 resistance and R2 resistance, right? That means how the voltage will divide it in this particular case, it completely depend upon the resistance R1 and R2 value, right? So this is the derivation of the voltage division rule, okay? But when you will just see this kind of circuit, you don't need to do the derivation. You can directly write down the formula. How you write down? You can directly write down that the voltage across the resistance R1 will be this resistance divided by total resistance, sum of the total resistance, right? You can see here the R1 resistance in the numerator and in the denominator will be the total resistance R1 plus R2. Okay, this is not series or parallel. You just need to add all of the resistance. Okay, R1 divided by R1 plus R2 multiplied by the total voltage. Okay, this is same for the R2. You can see here for the R2, what will be the value of R2? The R2 in the numerator divided by total resistance R1 plus R2 multiplied by the voltage. Okay, so this is the voltage division rule. Okay, so for the voltage division rule, suppose you are working with the capacitor and inductor, then what you will do? Just show you here. Suppose a circuit with the Z1 and Z2. Okay, this is V, right? Here VZ1, here VZ2, right? Then the formula will be the same. VZ1 will be Z1 impedance divided by total impedance Z1 plus Z2 multiplied by V, and VZ2 will be Z2 by Z1 plus Z2 multiplied by V. Okay. For the resistive circuit, we can replace Z1 by R. For capacitive circuit, we can replace Z1 by 1 by C1. Okay. For the inductive circuit, we can replace Z1 by L1. For Z2 will be R2, Z2 will be 1 by C2, and Z2 will be L2. Okay. So for the resistive circuit, these two formula will be okay. But for capacitive circuit, what will be the value? VC1 you can see 1 by C1, right? So it is just the opposite. It will be C2 by C1 plus C2 multiplied by V, and VC2 will be C1 by C1 plus C2 multiplied by V. Okay. So this is all about the voltage division rule. Now go to the current division rule. Here you can see two resistance connected in parallel. Why? In parallel, voltage across these two resistance will be the same. What is the value of that one? Is V, right? But current will be different. Here will be I, here will be I1, here will be I2. And now we need to calculate the value of I1 and I2. And then we will make this as a formula, right? So first we need to calculate equivalent resistance R equivalent, okay? That one you can see here, R1 and R2 is in parallel, right? So R1 parallel R2. We can write down R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, right? That means the total current I will be V divided by R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. That means equal to V R1 plus R2 divided by R1 R2. Now we need to know the value of I1 and I2. Okay, so we can write down I1 will be V divided by R1. Okay, and I2 will be V divided by R2. Right, now we already have the total current I, R1 resistance current is I1 and R2 resistance current is I2. We already have these two data, right? Now what we need to do, we need to create the relationship between these parameters. So we can write down I is how much? I is V into R1 plus R2 divided by R1 R2, and I1 is how much? I1 is V by R1. So if we divided I1 with I, then we can write down V by R1 divided by V R1 plus R2 divided by R1 into R2, right? From here we can write down I1 will be I multiplied by R2 by R1 plus R2, right? So if I do for the I2, it will be the same. So I2 will be I multiplied by R1 by R1 plus R2. Okay. So you can see here the I1 is the current flow through the R1 resistance, right? And you can see here in the numerator is R2. So we can conclude here that I1 will be total current multiplied by opposite resistance. Okay, in the voltage division is the same resistance divided by total resistance, or you can write down sum of resistance. Don't calculate the equivalent like R1 parallel R2, not like that. Okay, in the numerator just the summation of all of the resistance. Okay, so this is the current division rule. So what you need to remember for the voltage division rule, like VR1 will be R1 by R1 plus R2. That means in the numerator will be the same resistance. Okay. And VR2 will be R2 by R1 plus R2 into V. Okay. And for the current, what will be the value? IR1 will be opposite resistance R2 by R1 plus R2 multiplied by total current, and IR2 will be opposite resistance R1 by R1 plus R2 multiplied by total current. Okay, so this is the voltage division rule, and this is the current division rule. Okay, so I think you already understand the basic concept. Okay, thanks for your time. Please do share this concept with your friends, and if you like this video, please press the like button. It is really means a lot for me. Bye bye.